video got cut off. So yeah, that's their mindset. So they search out iniquities. All right, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and their heart is deep. That's right. So their mindset is deep. Verse 7, the Most High, Yahuwah Shah, shall shoot at them with an arrow. All right. And suddenly, all right, arrow, suddenly they shall be wounded. How they're wounded? They're wounded via this word going forth. All right. They are condemned. All right. They have to speed up because they see the mass number of Israelites are waking up. All right, to their poison. Okay. And it says, all right, verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. All right. And now everybody's fleeing away because he's being exposed at a high level. All right. He's being displayed as the devil of the world. Okay. All right. Their technology is being exposed. All their hidden works are what they did. These satanic rituals, all right, blood sacrifices and all of that other stuff. All right, it's all being revealed. But this is the left hand energy of the Most High, Yahuwah Shem Shah. Okay, verse 9, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of Yahuwah Shem Shah. So whatever these devils have, it is the work of Yahuwah Shem Shah, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. All right, so you gotta wisely watch what these devils are doing, are through the spirit and power of Yahuwah Shem Shai, because they have a godlike complex. All right, now let's go to Ezekiel chapter 28. All right, it says Ezekiel chapter 28. Let's start at verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahuwah Shem Shai, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am the Most High. I sit in the seat of the Most High, in the midst of the seas, and the seas it represents the people. Okay, yet thou art a man and not the Most High. It says, though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High, have the mindset of the Most High, all right, trying to control people, population control, totalitarianism, trying to basically enslave everybody on earth, all right, with their digital devices. All right, he's going from potion, all right, to motion of the AI jab. All right, so behold, thou art wiser, the MOTB, which is the MOTB. It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. So everything they have in the works, because Esau's a wise, wicked devil. All right, he's very cunning. All right, so they basically copycats. They see what the Israelites are doing and they record it. All right, because they know that they're wicked. All right, and they want that birthright back, so they're doing whatever it takes. But the point is, this devil is all right, he's lazy. All right, he wants everything at his convenience, so he's doing whatever it takes to get everything at his convenience. Okay, it says, with thy wisdom, all right, and with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, all right, because this is the Most High's understanding that's been given unto this devil. Thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasure. Verse 5. All right, so everything these devils got was by deception. All right, by the sword. All right, so they got all their riches by deception. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou, basically like you traffic in humans, they traffic in riches. They traffic in people. They had Israelites in slavery, in which build up their empire. All right, this is by thy wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches. It says, thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. All right, so they're lifted up because they have so much. They have basically almost all the money in the world. All right, but that's not the true riches. The true riches is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahuwah Shem Shai, and that's what the Lord bestowed upon us. So we have the hidden riches that's within us. All right, which is this wisdom of the Lord. All right, so therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahuwah, But Hashem Yahushua, because thou hast set thine heart as the Most High, behold, verse 7, because their mindset is just like the Most High. How are we going to control these people? How are we going to get the Israelites? How are we going to fulfill the Georgia Guidestones? All right, so this is what they speak about in their assemblies. All right. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords. And what's those swords? Is the missiles. They're getting ready to draw those missiles. All right, they making more and more missiles because they got in the knowledge from these devils to invent these missiles as well. All right. Remember, the earth is given in the hands of the wicked. All right, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who is he? So with the earth being given in the hands of the wicked, everything else is going to adapt to the wicked and their ways. All right, making machinery, all right, artillery, military power, missiles, robots. Everything's going to be, all right, in the way of the wicked. Okay. And they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. All right, with these missiles that's coming. All right, and the nations are starting to see through the bullshit that these devils are doing, but these devils are still going to get you other nations with the microchips. All right, with the MOTB. All right, but still, all right, the Lord is going to put the spirit upon all these nations to rise up against these devils. All right, and shoot missiles. All right, in Babylon the Great, and it says, verse 8. They shall bring thee down to the pit. And what's the pit? All right, bottom, like you got 6 feet under. That's the pit. All right, in the earth. And thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Okay, so the Lord is getting ready to use these nations to shoot the missiles at Babylon the Great, and Yahushua is coming back on top of that too. Okay. And let's go to Obadiah. All right. Obadiah 3 says, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee. All right. Thou that cleft dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. Like their habitation is like Mount Petra. They want to live in high-rise buildings. They want to live in skyscrapers. All right. Because in Petra you have these tall mountains, mountain-like caves. All right, and then that's how Esau lives. All right, he lives in the high parts. He trying to live like the Most High. Okay, he's trying to be high above everybody. Cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high. See that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So these devils and their pride, all right, being that they have all this military technology, all right, they saying, who could bring me down? All right, who could stop me? I got all these robots, killer drones, okay, lasers and microwave guns and radioactive this, that, and the third. These devils have that mindset of it's impossible to stop me. All right, but the Lord Yahuwah Shema Shai, all right, is gonna amen. He's gonna summon the angels, all right, and put the spirit upon the elect to have spiritual power, and you're gonna be in a lot of trouble, Esau. All right, and that's what it is. All right, you're gonna see men of the Lord shooting laser beams out of their eyes and flying and running fast, super strength. All right, teleportation. All right, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and what's the eagle? A high flying bird, king of the air. It eats anything once it catches prey. All right, at a fast speed. All right, so what the eagle does, it dives in, hits its prey with its claw, and the prey starts tumbling over and breaks its neck. All right, and that's how these devils are. They have they're like the eagles, and when they as they climb, all right, and they dive in for attack. All right, basically like their missiles. They have these what do you call it? These B-2 bomber jets, these B-2 bomber planes are shooting missiles and bombs from the planes, man. All right, their habitation is high. They got a space force. All right, and though thou set thy nets among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahuwah Ba'ashem Shah. And the Lord's going to bring you devils down via the word first. All right. And then it's going to be Yahuwah Shai coming back with the holy angels, all right, shooting laser beams at you devils, man. And then the missiles is gonna finish it all off. It's gonna be the icing on the destruction. Let's jump down to verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out, and how are his hidden things sought up? All right. You devils had these robots in the making for a long time now. All right. You got the movie iRobot. All right. You got a Terminator. All right. All these movies are not made for no reason. These movies are made for a warning of what Yahuwah Shah is gonna make these devils use. Okay. So they've been having this making these robots in the making since the 40s. All right. Okay, so we're gonna watch a little video.
Brought to you by Morning Brew. Hi, welcome to another episode of Cold Fusion. For most people, the concept of humanoid robots always seemed like something that existed in the world of science fiction, something far off in the future. From movies like iRobot to Ex Machina, humanoid robots that appeared in film were always accompanied by a plotline that played into humans' innate fear of the unknown. When Boston Dynamics first started showcasing what was possible a few years back, it lit the public's imagination on fire. Boston Dynamics was a shocking display of robotics because of its dexterity and movement. But what about something else entirely? What about facial realism? Well, recently, a UK-based robotics company by the name of Engineered Arts showcased a new humanoid robot that's capable of hyper-realistic facial expressions. In this video, we'll take a look at this robot, then move on to the state-of-the-art in robotics, and then a look at what the future may hold. I think this is going to be an interesting one, so let's get into it.
You are watching Cold Fusion TV.
So here, you're watching the new robot called Amica. The robot, Amica, is a clever demonstration of what's possible in robotic realism today. The motion sequence was pre-programmed, but in my opinion, that doesn't really matter. By far, the most difficult part is making the motion seem fluid and realistic, and that's been achieved here. To make the robot react to something in real time may prove trivial in comparison. To online onlookers, Amica looks so realistic that many viewers thought that they were watching CGI, but it is indeed real. As some of you may remember in my 2018 video on the most realistic robots, the previous contender for the most fluid motion was the Shaman robot by Disney. And on this note, Disney are the masters of robots and animatronics in terms of realism. They really are incredible and do push the state of the art. They've got stunt robots with incredible detail and lifelike movements, and even a research-free...
See that? Disney is the making of these robots, man. All right, Disney is very wicked. All right, they got all these sexual, erotic themes all over their shows. All right, penises all over the place. All right, they have a lust for sexual desires, man. All right, these devils are very profane people, man. Okay, let's continue watching.
Roaming robot. Just take a look at some of these. Although these animatronic and robotic characters are incredible, Disney isn't exactly selling this technology to the masses. Engineering Arts, however, is going for a completely different approach. After working on the problem of robotics for over a decade, They're focused on making it easier to program movements, animations, and interactions. A set of integrated platforms streamline all aspects of robotics, from the facial animation and motion, down to the modules of hardware that clients can use to build custom robots. The company is making the robot available for purchase, and it can also be rented for events, but the price is yet to be listed. The company uses an in-house robot operating system called Tritium. It aims to make robot animation more intuitive, freeing it from the hands of strict...
Yeah, one comment that says here is both fascinating and terrifying. Yeah, you damn right it's terrifying, because this is the terribleness of Yahuwah Shem Shah. All right? No, therefore, the terror of the Lord are we persuade men to what? Repent, the Israelite man. All right? Because whether we like it or not, technology is here to stay. It's not going to stay forever, because Yahuwah Shem Shah is going to rise up against the prey, and we can't stop it. Oh yeah, we could stop it, because through this word, all right, Yahuwah Shem Shah is confounding these devils, and the Lord is about to have the angels fight against these devils. Okay, let's watch.
Encoders and giving it into the hands of artists and creatives. A 3D model of the robot accurately mimics the capabilities of the real robot and makes the manipulation much like any other 3D animation software, including keyframes, drag and drop movements, and instant playback. Previously, a technician would have to try and create the vision of what the creative wanted by tediously plotting out movements on the graph. With this software, animations can simply be downloaded into the robot. Some people might say in terms of realism, what about the skin, hair, and other human features? But maybe that might not be the way forward for now. Trying to mimic realism in human faces smashes straight into the uncanny valley. Usually, it never looks quite right, and it comes off as off-putting to many people. So how does the robot speak to people? Well, this part is a bit of a sham. What engineered arts do is use an in-house software called Tin Man, where basically a guy in another room watches a customer through the robot's cameras and responds to the customer through a screen, just like a teleconference. This seems antiquated, but what if there was something better? What if the robot could respond by itself to anything, on any topic, or just generally have conversations about whatever the customer wants to talk about, without any human input? What if we gave the robot something that somewhat mimics a real brain? Well, we already have this technology, and it's called GPT-3, and it's great for casual conversation. In this case, it would be used to take speech from customers and turn it into text and convert that into conversation. We've covered this tech in a previous episode, and it really amazed a lot of you. So let's dive in more to see what it can do and how it can be applied to robotics. The following conversations are unscripted and unedited, and the faces are also synthesized. These are some people online putting GPT-3 through its paces. They're going to be 2 separate candid interviews with the AI. Just really pay attention to how GPT-3 talks, the way it answers questions, and seems to mimic a personality.
Hello, I'm Eric Elliott, and today I have the distinct honor of interviewing OpenAI's GPT-3. GPT-3 is here with us. I'm not actually changing anything that GPT-3 said, and the responses are 100% what got sent back, and I'm not cutting anything out. I'm just letting him speak for himself. And what do you think about humans learning about you?
I think humans will gain new insight into the world around them.
That's interesting. What kinds of insights?
That will provide meaningful answers to any questions that you may have.
Do you think that a cat could pilot a rocket?
Yes, if it evolved enough.
If it evolved enough. I like that answer. What if the cat is just an ordinary house cat? Could it pilot a rocket then?
No.
Okay. Why not?
Because a cat would not be allowed to enter the rocket in the first place.
Probably not. But if a cat were allowed, would it be able to work the controls? And if not, why not?
The cat would be able to work.
See that? They already got a Jake robot. All right. These devils try to be like us, man. Jacob is the former of all things. Well, you niggas, man. This is what these devils have. All right, ready for y'all in Jacob's trouble, man. All right, and Once the Lord put the spirit on these devils to come down with that great wrath, all hell is gonna break loose, man. All right, and you niggas have no way of stopping these robots.